In this video, I'll be going over the Blackpool Tower picture that supposedly proves the globe Earth. However, people who are using this picture to prove the globe are not accounting for perspective and are misrepresenting reality. Whether they're deliberately lying or not, I'll be showing how this picture is possible on a level Earth and how it doesn't prove anything about the globe. So the height of the tower is 518 feet. And the height of the mountain is 2,552 feet, over 4 times the height of the tower. However, the tower is only 20 kilometers away from the observer, while the mountain is over 4 times that distance at 81 kilometers. Globers say that since the mountain is way taller than the tower, that it should not appear lower and that it's only possible because of a physical curvature drop like this. They don't take account of perspective. Here's a graph to show how objects not only shrink in the distance, but they also drop in our field of view the further they are from the observer. I have this green dot to represent the observer. The observer is at 5 feet in elevation, and I have this yellow sphere to represent the eye. The eye is obviously not to scale, but I made it bigger to get a better view of the angles and how light enters the eye. The green line will represent eye level, or in other words, the apparent horizon. We'll be using it to measure the degrees of the optical drop. So here I have an object that's 20 feet in height and 20 feet in the distance. The top of that object at that distance will be at 36.8 degrees in our field of view. But if I simply move that to 40 feet in the distance at the same height of 20 feet, it will drop to 20.5 degrees in our field of view. If I had an object that was 3 times the height at 60 feet, but 4 times the distance at 160 feet, the top of that object will drop to 18.9 degrees in our field of view. It would only appear lower than the smaller object simply because it's further away. This is what it will look like when observing both objects at the same time. As you can see, the taller object appears lower than the smaller object when entering the eye, not because it's physically getting lower, but simply because it's further away and has a lower angle of view. It's an apparent drop due to perspective and not a physical drop due to curvature. I found a synthetic turf football field that is perfectly level to do my own perspective experiment. The top of my tripod here is at 2.5 feet in height, and the top of the goalpost is 8 feet in height, over 3 times the height of my tripod. However, the tripod is only 7 feet away from the observer, while the goalpost is over 4 times that distance at 30 feet. When I switch to the observer's perspective, we can see that the goalpost, even though it's 3 times taller than the tripod, it appears lower in the field of view. We know the floor is level, so the only logical conclusion is perspective. So to claim that this picture is not possible on a level surface is disingenuous and a misrepresentation of reality and perspective. At the end of the day, looking at objects in the distance to prove the shape of the Earth is a red herring and has nothing to do with physically measuring the dimensions of the Earth. Vision has to do with spherical geometry or perspective, which is a separate geometry than the physical Earth, which is Euclidean. Hey, hey, hey! What the fuck? Ah. Motherfucker. Alright, this experiment is done.